Hello, welcome to Noomu. My name is Yusuf Kulan, and I am one of the co-founders of Noomu. On behalf of my business partner, Alice Seba, and I would like to thank you for choosing Noomu as your website builder. And as a thank you gift, we've also given you the Success Kit, which has got a step-by-step guide on how to set up and launch your business fast. And these strategies have been developed over decades of experience in the online business world. And we have used this very same strategies in order to generate millions of dollars in revenue. We really want to give you our experience and our expertise together with the platform that we have built. So now I'm going to hand it over to Alice, my business partner, and she will go through the Success Kit.
Thank you so much, Yusuf, and welcome. And just like Yusuf, I'm really glad that you have decided to give Noomu a shot. And I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's just dig right into the Success Kit, what's included and how you can approach it strategically. So as you can see, I'm on the main page that you are on right now. You'll see on the same page your Success Kit action plan. And this is where all your downloads are, how you can start setting up your Noomu website and all the recommended things. You just take it step by step. Don't worry about getting it all done. I would say step 1 and step 2 are perfect to do right now and spend a little time on. Overall, you have 4 steps. One of them is to just come get some help anytime you need. So first of all, we do recommend that you do choose your website template first and you start building your website. And I know that may feel counterintuitive. Oh no, I don't even know what I want to do. We think it's much better to get yourself going, and you'll see how easy it is to build with Noomu. You can just pick a turnkey template that's an almost done website and just get started, because then you plan and think, the longer it's going to take you to get going. So when you click this link over here, it will open up a place in the Noomu Builder where you can pick your template. If you know you want to sell courses, or you want to sell coaching, or perhaps you want to have a marketing membership or a personal development membership, there are templates here for you. If you want to sell printables, we have our printables templates up top. So as long as you have a general idea of what you want to do, you can refine the details later. And these turnkey templates, they're pretty much done for you. There are 3 products or 3 months worth of content that you can share with your customers. The blog is ready. It's got posts in it. It's got just fill in the blanks spots on your homepage and about page, but everything is pretty much ready to go. So I'm just going to select the journal shop, call it Alice's Journal Shop, and then I'm ready to have my website ready to work on. So what happens next is you can play around, look at all the pages, or you can come on over and we have a guide that will help you work through the turnkey website template and make sure it's updated and ready for you to start rolling. Because it's always better to get things out there, see how people respond, and then refine later. Because if you're trying to figure out what your audience wants, you probably don't even know who your audience is until they start coming to you because of your message and because of what you share. So you're refining as you go all the time. So let's go back, and you'll see step 2 is to download the Success Kit guide and workbook. That's the main 2 components of what we're working with. Then we have some more specialized tools and guides and templates in step 3. But let's just start here. So you're going to download both. That's going to put those on your computer. I'll open it up so you can see it quickly, what is inside. So we have the Success Guide and then the workbook. The workbook will probably come into play after you move to the second part of the guide. But let's open up this guide. We have it divided into 3 sections. So there's a fast start to get your website up and running fast, which is what we really want you to do. The more you get things going, traffic coming, the more you know what you should do next. So the second part is more about your business planning and refining that plan. And that will help you improve as you go along. And then there's tips for taking it to the next level. So right now, what you probably want to do is go through this part 1 and get your website up and running fast. It also gives you a recap of what's included, including your done-for-you logo that is in those turnkey templates. You can edit it in Canva. There's a homepage, there's a fill in the blanks about us page, shop with 3 products or 3 months worth of content if you chose the membership site option. There's an opt-in offer that's already ready for you, and the people who visit your website can get that offer. The blog is set up, as I mentioned, with 3 posts, and there's a contact page with a contact form that is ready to send you messages anytime someone fills it in. So all you need to really do is personalize it and set it up. So we've also got links here to our tutorials. There's a Noomu community. We do live support sessions. So every time you feel like you're stuck, you're not sure how to do something in Noomu, or you want your website to do a certain thing, book yourself into one of these sessions and we will help you out with it live. And also we can even troubleshoot your actual website. If you would give us permission, we can edit it and only save if you like the results we've made for you. And of course, you can reach out to our support team directly. You are not alone while you're building with Noomu and growing your business. So it's important to keep the momentum going. There is a video, and we've linked to it, that will give you an overview on how the builder works. Just so it's like drag and drop, simple stuff. You don't need to know every detail of it. So this is a 5-minute video that will show you the important things that you need to know. And then we have put into a few steps how you can update your site. Shows you where to get your done for you logo, social media sharing, image, and favicon, where to find that on your website and start editing it. What you might need to update your homepage to make it match what you want to put out there. Updating your fill in the blanks about us page. There is also setting up your shop and your turnkey products. There are already products in your shop you can sell, you can delete them, you can continue to go on with them and then build from there. And the tutorials to help you connect your payment processor are there. And if you want to customize your shop, there are more tutorials on setting up and publishing more to your blog. And in fact, the turnkey templates, the blog is set up. It's got a sidebar, a header, and everything, but you can update all those things. And it links you to tutorials if you need some more help. And then you're going to update your free offer and start growing your list. As I said, the turnkey template comes with an offer that's ready for you to go. So you can start growing your list, which is an important asset building part of your business. And then you have instructions on reviewing and personalizing your contact page. It is ready to go, but if you want to create a more custom personalized message there, you absolutely can. And then you can connect your domain to your website. So you can purchase a domain, GoDaddy, Namecheap, or whoever you like to work with. We personally use GoDaddy, and it shows you how to connect and troubleshoot if you have any issues there. But again, we are available in the support community everywhere. We do those weekly live sessions. We're here for you. So after you've gone through those, there are 8 steps and you're ready to go live. And there's a checklist here to remind you the things that you might need to take on. Then move on to the business planning. And again, I know it's counterintuitive, but you'll see that you'll learn so much in every part of the process about how the builder works, what you want to do in your business, and how you can be more successful. So this section will help you start to create your own products and also understanding who your audience really is. And a lot of that comes from experience, right? That you have to get something out there to know who they really are. Step 2 will be about growing your email list and go beyond the basics, right? That you can level up on this and make sure you're growing faster and that your offers are more targeted to ultimately to the products that you want to sell. There's ideas for if you want to create your own freebie, how to promote it, building relationships through automation, the automation features in your builder. We also talk about turning visitors into buyers with simple funnels and those automations as well. And if funnels sound a little scary, don't worry. The Noomu builder keeps it very simple, and this instruction guide will help you through the process. Then there's tips on creating a seamless sales process and walking you through all that. And then also just creating a great experience for your customers, tips on turning customers into repeat buyers, and keep working from there. So that's the basics of getting up and running and starting to really hone in your marketing, figuring out who your audience is. But we have lots of other tools for you to improve your skills and to get planning your business. So let me just take you back to our page, and you can see that you also have some business planning tools. We have a daily planner with an activity tracker and journal, and there's a review journal. There copywriting and persuasion guidebook with templates. There is a free traffic guidebook with templates and some content planning and creation tools. So what we have for you is a daily success planner and some activity logs to go with it, and a weekly review journal, because you always want to be thinking about, what have I done? What has worked? What should I change? What should I build on? That review journal is going to help you with that. But the beauty of this daily success planner is it makes your day, and I'll open it up for us, it makes your work week a whole lot simpler. We've divided we don't believe in working all day long and just working yourself to the bone to try to grow a business. We know that you have other obligations in your life. Many of our Noomu builders have jobs, or they're full-time caretakers. They have other things that need their attention. So we keep it as simple as possible for you and break it down to 3 things to focus on each day. And really, you just have to do one task from each, and you will continue to grow your business. You got to do one thing to grow your audience. You want to do one thing to get more sales, and you want to do one thing to connect to your audience on a personal level. Now, if you're new and that might still be like, whoa, what? I don't even know how to do that stuff. Not to worry. I'm going to show you what tools we have for you to keep you on track. In fact, there are some suggested tasks here in there. Like, if you're not sure, what do I do to grow my audience? What do I do to get more sales? What do I do to connect with my audience? And that's a really important part. If you want people to buy from you and trust you, you do need to make that connection. So there are some starter ideas for you there, but I also showed you here, you have some activity log ideas, and there's total 3,000 ideas, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You just pick one and you work with it. But you can see, we could open these spreadsheets up and you'll be able to see what's inside here. So the spreadsheets have the instructions here to help you work through, and I'm not going to walk through everything here because you do want to take this step by step. You don't want to be overwhelmed. I want you to have at least seen what there is, so you'll be like, oh yeah, Alice said this is here. So there are tasks for I opened up the sales activities, getting sales by email. You can make little notes here, or you can just refer to it. Use it however you'd like. There's getting sales through social media, paid advertising, landing pages. And again, I know it sounds like a lot of stuff, and there is a lot. There's a ton of ideas, but you just have to pick one each day and work through it. And it's okay if they're not all 100% hits. You're going to learn through the process and improve. And the more you do that, the easier it's going to be to start doing the things you need to do each day. So there's a brainstorming sheet if you want. There's a daily planner that keeps you focused on those 3 things. You can follow this as a guideline, or you can print the sheets out and actually use them in your day. There's something to plan your week. I love this sheet. Actually, I think if you have a daily planner, maybe you don't need the daily sheet, but the weekly planner sheet, you can insert it into your planner, and it has those 3 daily business tasks and personal to-dos over there. I love to keep my business and personal planning on the same page because it's easy to forget whichever the personal stuff's taking over or the business is taking over. It's easy to lose track of this. So this weekly planning sheet will be great for you. There's a monthly planner to think ahead of what you need to do, and a calendar, and print out the tools that will be most useful to you. So there is also the weekly review journal, which will just ask you to take stock of everything you did. And I'll let you have a peek through that because I don't want to keep you too long, but I do want you to have a really good overview of what we have for you here. So the next tool was the copywriting and persuasion guidebook and template. And there's no specific order for this. I would say the planning tools are probably something you want to have and you want to start focusing on right away. But this is about building your skills, about copywriting and persuasion, free traffic, and content planning. So those can be done however you'd like, and you can start incorporating them as you have time and as you're ready to learn new skills. So if you're not familiar with the word copywriting, we use persuasion there, so you also get the idea. But copywriting is the art of writing or creating content now, we don't always write. We have video, we have audio, we have all kinds of things. But in order to persuade people, it's typically for selling products, but it also comes into play any type of content you have that you want people to pay attention to. You want them to open your emails. You want them to see the beginning of your social media post and keep reading. That's all copywriting stuff. And that's why it's super important to learn. So you have that guide here and a templates collection. So you want to start with the copywriting guide here, which will walk you through all the basics of copywriting. You can go ahead on Amazon, you can buy a book, a basic copywriting book that will tell you the same thing, but you've got this free here. And it's going to talk to you about why copywriting is important and the terminology that you need to know, like target market, headlines, USP, how to understand features versus benefits. And this guide is going to teach you. So if I'm speaking another language here, don't worry. Read through this. It is a guide that we created quite a few years ago. It is evergreen because the basics of copywriting do not change. And this has been a staple in teaching our customers and students throughout the years, and it'll be super valuable to you. And the other thing you'll find in that folder is some swipe files. The term swipe file commonly used in copywriting because it's examples of different things that you can just insert into yours. We have a headline swipe file, and I'll open that one up in a second. Motivating phrases swipe file. So it's just stuff that you can fill in the blanks with or just copy and paste as is and do these important things because you do want great headlines that grab attention. You do want to motivate your audience to take action. There's persuasive conversational swell. That's another guide that will help you creating content that encourages people to buy. There's PS swipe files because the PS at the end of your sales letters or emails can really clinch the sale. If you never heard of power words, they're just words that evoke feelings and things in people, like words like free or strong or empowered. Those are all power words, and they're things that you want to incorporate in the way you communicate. And there's price justification because when you want people to pay money, you want them to understand why it's worthwhile for them to do. So I'll let you go through those, but I'm going to just open up the headline swipe file so you can see. So it gives you an overview on how to create great headlines, and that's also covered in the guide. And then a bunch of headlines you can just fill in the blanks with. And use this. Keep these swipe files with you all the time. And don't worry about feeling like you're doing cookie cutter stuff. You are going to learn so much in the process. There are headlines. How much blank is too much? How the experts choose. Experts will be a power word. How to improve. Imagine, asking people to imagine, it puts them in a different mind space. And there's different headlines that you can work with and start incorporating. When I first started my online business in 2002, I kept swipe files like this. Actually, in fact, I made swipe files like this for myself. And that's what I did. I just did it over and over until I started to do it more naturally. So that's really going to help you be a more persuasive person. And it's not all about getting the sale. As I said, it's about communicating with people. If you have an important message you want to share with your audience, they need to hear that. And when you are more persuasive and when you know the basics of copy, you are going to get their attention. Okay, so let's go back. And the next section is the free traffic guidebook and templates. Everybody wants traffic. Yes, and free traffic is even better. So this guidebook will give you lots of great ideas for building your traffic. And then there are some checklists and worksheets to help you build your traffic plan. So let's just open that one up first. You could see the free traffic guide is in capital letters. That's how it's all designed. So it's to draw your attention to there. And then there are tools for collaborating with others, list building, creating relevant content, search engine optimization, and social media. And the guide will walk you through your options too. Paid traffic is a great thing too. It requires another set of skills and budgeting and planning. And I believe that you should have free traffic first in order to understand how your audience behaves. That will allow you to leverage paid traffic opportunities at a later time. But a combination of both will ultimately probably be part of your strategy. And so this guidebook will take you through all the things you need to know to really get started generating traffic. And then we have the content planning tools. And let's open up that file because content is the cornerstone of everything. And if you go through all the guide and everything to this point, you will have a lot of guidance in how to create great content. Those activity sheets that I mentioned in the daily planner, they're going to teach you how to make great content. So this is a planner for you to organize yourself. There's instructions on all the planners and what you'll be publishing. You can use these sheets. You can print them out if you want to do it differently on paper. But what I think you'll really find helpful is how to organize yourself, how to make sure you know what you're doing, who you need to reach out to, because that's going to be a really important part. You know how we had in the traffic templates, we talked about collaborating with others. And it's important because there's all these algorithms that try to defeat us from being able to get traffic. You post a video on YouTube, nobody sees it. You put something on Facebook, nobody sees it. What the heck? The algorithms are designed to reward big accounts, things that they know will consistently give them more and more traffic. It's a little bit of a greedy system, but you can work around it by connecting with others. And that doesn't mean that you have to connect with the big YouTubers who probably will not pay attention to us, who are the smaller people, right? But you can connect with other people doing similar things as you. And as you connect with other like-minded business owners, your reach becomes bigger. It is a strategy I have used all throughout the decade. Having connections are not only great, getting traffic and creating content, but collaborating together, learning, sharing your skills, perhaps partnering on projects and things like that. That's going to be really important. And then you also have in your folder, there's a monthly content planner in a spreadsheet format if you like to work with that. There is also an example planner here. So this one is blank. That's what you would use, but sometimes it's good to see an example. So I'll open that up real quick. And it just shows you what's in here. There are instructions. Go to the end on this spreadsheet. The instructions are then. But if you ever have a spreadsheet from us, always look at your tabs there and it will show you what's inside. So it gives you an idea how to do it, what content pieces you're going to create, how you're going to organize them, the daily things you're going to take care of, your brainstorming. This brainstorming sheet is in the sheet that you'll do. These are ideas for you to create some content. You don't know what to create? Have a look at this. It's going to give you tons of ideas. So I hope that you can see that we've got a lot for you. You got to take it step by step. Again, start with picking your template. Let's roll right into it. And then you're going to tweak and get better. There is a workbook that actually goes with this one as well. I didn't show you that one, but open it up. It'll help you plan your audience more, develop new products, and grow your audience. And then dig into the skills as you're able. The last step here, which can be done anytime, is always to come see us in the Noomu Creators community. I'll show you where you can find that if you ever get lost. You can also book a totally free live tech support session. We also do have our Platinum Inner Circle, which has monthly accountability meetings and stuff like that. That's optional. If you want to take it to the next level, you can click that link and learn about that and join us. But let me just show you, if you're working on your website and you're like, I need help. So you will find that little help at the bottom. It'll open up our community actually while you're still working on your website. It's here and the navigation is down here below. But you can see our latest announcements. You can find a link to book your live support session that I mentioned. You can read our FAQ and you can contact our support here. You can learn more about the turnkey templates, watch videos. There's a discussion board. You can chat with us. You can find out more about the free classes that we offer on an ongoing basis. And it's all there for you. So whenever you're lost, just click help and whatever you need, you can find it there. You've made a great choice in choosing Noomu combined with the Success Kit so that you can start digging into those really practical tools. This is an all-in-one business builder and it's easy to use. Of course, there will be a learning curve, but we're here to help you each step of the way. So let's get started and let us know how we can help.